going to save my commentary for the end here. This is from the Wall Street Journal. FBI tip line caller said Nicholas Cruz is going to explode. So a person close to the teenager accused of killing 17 people at a Friday high school warned the FBI she was concerned he would get into a school and just shoot the place up, according to a transcript of her call with a bureau tip line operator more than a month before the massacre. And this is from the New York Post. 4 sheriff's deputies hid during Florida school shooting. 4 armed officers and years of warnings did nothing to stop Nicholas Cruz from massacring 17 people at a high school. Not one, but 4 sheriff's deputies hid behind cars instead of storming Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida during Wednesday's school shooting, police claimed Friday. Sources from Coral Springs, Florida Police Department tell CNN that when its officers arrived on the scene Wednesday, they were shocked to find 3 Broward County Sheriff's deputies behind their cars with weapons drawn. The school's armed resource officer, Broward County Sheriff's Deputy Scott Peterson, was also outside. He resigned on Thursday after his failure to act was publicly revealed. It was unclear whether the shooter was still inside at the time, CNN reported. Now, this is from a reporter in Florida named Frank Guzman. He tweeted this yesterday. We sent Brian Enton to BSO Deputy Scott Peterson's Boynton Beach home to try and talk to him about his resignation today. We were met by 6 Palm Beach County Sheriff deputies standing guard outside his home. They prevented us from approaching the house. This is later verified by Fox News. Cop who didn't enter school during Florida shooting resigns, has home guarded, is slammed as coward by Trump. Reporters who attempted to approach the West Palm Beach home of ex-Broward County Sheriff's Office Deputy Scott Peterson were reportedly met with resistance from at least 6 police officers who were standing guard outside. Okay, so this is literally what happened. I've been doing this stuff for 6 years. I've never seen anything like this with one of these shootings. Usually you're more focused on, there was a drill taking place whenever this happened as well. But there's usually more focus on that or a second shooter. Never before. This is what happened. So I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to sum all this stuff up. This is what I'm just going to tell you. This is what the news is saying. This is what the police are saying. This is what happened. For years, this kid threatened people. And at one point in time, he actually aimed a gun and put it to someone's head. And every single time, no arrests were made. They were warned over and over again. The FBI, even the FBI, stood down. When the shooting took place, the one armed guard that was there to protect the school, he stood down. When the police showed up, they stood down. And no one knows whether or not this was actually taking place by the time the cops showed up. We don't know because no one did anything. And then this one armed guard, he resigns, but this is a true story. He gets to keep his pension and all his benefits. And at the same time, there was one armed guard for the school. There are 6 armed guards protecting the one armed guard that didn't do his job. That is exactly what happened last Wednesday. That's the story. So, and the icing on the cake, the guy, the sheriff, his name is Sheriff Israel, by the way. Great name. He's been a center of controversy before. Back in 2014, when he was up on these these corruption charges, do you know what the guy said when he was asked about his involvement in any kind of corruption or anything like that, anything dishonest? The sheriff's response at the time, lions don't care about the opinions of sheep. That's the sheriff heading the investigation right now for what happened with Nicholas Cruz in the Florida school shooting. A guy that said lions don't care about the opinions of sheep. The entire fate of this country should be on edge right now. We should all be resting on, and actually, you know what? Every one of us should be calling the sheriff's office too. We shouldn't know if there's going to be a Florida tomorrow. But no one cares. Like, this is exactly what happened. I've never seen anything like this. So, to anyone who's ever said that's made fun of me or mocked my channel or the videos I've made, I don't care. I don't want to be on the same page as you. I don't want to think like you. I don't give a shit. Now you've got two choices. They're either this stupid or they're doing it on purpose. Again, I don't want to talk or even be on the same level with those of you who are saying they're just that stupid. No, I don't care. So mock me, ridicule me, tell me I'm full of shit. I don't know what I'm talking about when I say this place is run by powers and principalities, and then you've got rich banksters on top of it that are running everything. I don't want to agree with you I don't want to be on the same level with you. Disagree with me, that's fine. Because in your reality, the one you're sticking up for, you're saying your guys don't do anything. Your system doesn't do anything. That's fine. Good for you. Say God doesn't exist. That's great. I don't want to agree with you. You're right. God doesn't exist. And look what you got. This is what you got. The reason why people believe in God and they rely on God the Father is because everyone around the things you can see and hear, no one helps. No one gives a shit. So people like me have to rely on something we can't see because there's no one else in flesh and blood to rely on. I don't want to agree with you. I don't care. This kid shot up a bunch of kids. Supposedly, that's what they're saying. And everyone with a gun stood down and just said, well, we're just going to let this happen. Even though we knew for years that this dude talked about shooting somebody. And at one point, even put a gun to someone's head. So Trump supporters have at it, man. And this isn't got no, I already told you I don't believe, no. Trying to even say that I think that someone else would be better or there was a better choice. So there you go, Trump supporters. There's your dog. There's your fire dog. Is he doing anything? Called the guy a coward, but he's going to let him keep that money. The robots are here. You ain't going to hear any emotion out of anyone else like this. And if I were to cuss, people be throwing stones at me, thumbing my video down, but wouldn't dare call the sheriff and bitch at him. Wouldn't dare. If I get emotional, because I'm not perfect, and I swear, oh my gosh, I don't swear to shit. Use language that people don't agree with that came from freaking Phoenicians who were devil worshippers, Satan child sacrificing cannibals. Complain to me about my cussing, but don't complain to the sheriff or any of the police or any of the FBI agents that didn't do shit. It's amazing. The robots are here. You hear anybody on YouTube get worked up about anything? You can't get worked up about anything. If you get worked up, calm down. You need to chill out. So the robots are here. This whole merging with microchips and machines, we're already here. We're a society of dumbed down, lazy, pilled out retards. And anyone like me who even gets remotely at like a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10, you need to chill out. You need to just relax. Don't cuss. So what? A bunch of kids got shot, man. There's nothing you can do about it. Who cares about all the autism? There's nothing you can do about it. Who cares? So what? Just go to work. Send your kid off. Send them overseas to fight the Arabs that we've been fighting since who knows when. That's an honor. How do you know these kids weren't picked to be sacrificed? Does that sound preposterous? That offering them up for sacrifice wouldn't be considered an honor to the psychos, the psychopaths that offered up the kids? You don't think it's psychopathic to send your kid off to a war that don't mean shit, for him to die in some country or her to die in some country he or she's never stepped foot in, don't know shit about? Get shot by someone they don't know while they sit there and lie face down in the muck, decomposing, sticking to the ground. Doesn't change a damn thing. That's honor. That's what it's called. It's what military service is. It's an honor. This is what you got. This is it. It's not doom and gloom. It's got nothing to do with that. This is the light. This is the time of the light, because this is when everybody should be like, you know what? I think I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. And as long as I don't hurt anybody, then there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't have the answer. All I know is that this isn't it. Yeah, that's it for now. Thanks to the people out there that understand and really listen and care. I don't really know, man. I don't know if there really is, but thank you if you do.